What up guys, iOS Expert 649. I just discovered a kind of a big problem that iOS 12.5.8 kind of has. Basically, when you go ahead and change the date and time, or it's not really a date and time set menu, it's this time on 12.5.8, there's an issue with daylight savings time, where if you set the day and time, as you can see there, to 2 a.m., you can't really, the phone, as you probably know, BC and Vancouver have ended they ended the time change practice, but as you can see, I can't go to 2 on iOS 12.5.8. So you can see there's kind of a problem there. I wouldn't call this a huge problem, but I would say it is a problem that is going to happen soon. Like if I go to November 3rd, or what day does daylight savings time end? So if I go to November 1st at 1:59 a.m., we will see what happens. Because on November 1st, this issue is going to start spiking iOS 12.5.8, as you can see. This isn't 12.5.7, this is 12.5.8, so if I go over here, you'll see the time is about to change. When it's not supposed to change, it's supposed to stay on daylight savings time, because I have set the date and time to, like, as you can see, I did end up changing the date and time to Vancouver, BC, or Vancouver, British Columbia, whatever you want to call it. As you can see, it does not, it does continue to fall back on 12.5.8, so there is a problem there that we will run into, and I'm sure this will get some type of backlash from, because this is in Vancouver, BC, that this issue occurs in. So they didn't really change the daylight savings time to make it end, or to make it not end, because I will show you, if I could show you, but you probably already know that daylight savings time is supposed to not end in Vancouver, BC yet. It just ended on November 1st if you don't have 12.5.8. I noticed on iOS 13, this iOS 13, this isn't that big of a deal on iOS 13. So I will show you that. Okay, so this is iOS 13 on the iPad Air 2. I will show you something else. I'll show you the same thing, excuse me. I go to Vancouver, and if I put the daylight savings time to end on November 1st, let's see what we get. November 1st, 2026. Let's go to 1:59 a.m. Now, first thing I want to show you is March 2027. First of all, when I go to March 14th, you can see I am allowed to put 2 a.m. on Sunday, March 14th. So as you can see, nothing has changed there. But when we go to November 1st, you will actually see that this does stay on daylight savings time. I will show you here, 1:59 a.m. This actually does stay on daylight savings. So if I wait for a minute for it to change the time, I'm going to hit close on there. Yeah, I'm going to have to reboot my device after this obviously this thing keeps going to update menu, which I don't want to update this, so I'm going to have to go to iPad storage. So as you can see, 2 a.m., I will repeat that for you again. I apologize about that. So I'm going to repeat this again, and this should say 2 a.m. So just wait for it, wait for it, wait for it. Okay, we're just going to keep waiting. Because I don't think the clocks go back on. I don't think the clocks go back on iOS 13, so I will show you now. I don't think the clocks are going to go back on this, so. Yep, they don't go back, so. Yeah, because in Vancouver, if you didn't know, if you didn't actually know, Vancouver does actually go back. Or actually does not actually go back in time. They don't fall back this year on this iPad at 13.1.2. So thank you for watching, and as always, peace out.